And then Mess Hall, we're
Can you hear
live
me?
now on YouTube. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, I can't hear you though. I, oh,
It
it's
says
like
you muted
this.
me.
Hold on, let me turn up my volume, see if that works. Okay, now maybe I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I'm also on Instagram right now. If you see me on there and you want to throw, can you do Instagram too?
You want me to jump on Instagram with my phone?
Yep. Do you see? And you should see that I'm live. We're getting all set up for you guys on Instagram. And we're live right now on YouTube. I will tell you about Mr. Mess Hall while he does that. Apparently, his name is Jason, although that is a secret to most of us, I guess. And he normally goes by Sarge or Mess Hall Digs, Mess Hall Shop. So, hey, Amber. Amber just came into our um, live stream on YouTube. We've got like one, two, three, four. I think we've got like 5 or 6 people up on Instagram. Oh, there is my girl, love her to death, Miss Leslie. Oh, and Lindsay. So we got Leslie from Reseller's Passion, and she said, "You are Jason to her. You don't get to be Mess Hall." To Leslie from Reseller's Passion, and
That's
Lindsay
fine.
Schloft. Love her. Okay, so you're on there now. You got a request to be on my live on Instagram, so then I can add you.
It is sent.
All right, I am. Yes, you go live with Mess Hall. Okay, so now we are double streaming. I think you're on there.
Man, I look better on Instagram.
There you are. Now I see you on both. All right. So we may have a little feedback since I've got the. Actually, I'm going to turn down the volume on my phone, and that will help us not have feedback. Oh, there we go. We locked up for a minute. Okay, so your head's missing. I just tried to adjust my camera to
That's what I'm
suit
doing.
you.
I'm trying to adjust it.
I know,
Okay.
but I was like trying to fix you with my own camera. So I have been talking a little bit to the people on Instagram while we get all set to go live. And basically, what these Sunday challenges are is to bring some stuff out of your money pile, your death pile. What has been sitting in there gathering dust that could be making you money. So you are taking the challenge. Mess Hall is going to take the challenge this week, and he has some things from his death pile that he's going to share with us that he is challenging himself to get listed.
All right. It's my go. Are you
It's
ready for
all
it?
you. I'm all.
Ooh, it's all me, baby.
All
Okay.
you.
All right. So I've been slacking a lot on trying to get these listed because I don't really know what they are. Now I don't know how often people get into those situations where you just don't know what it is, but you know it's valuable, you know?
Daily.
So I came across like this whole huge set. Here, I'll show on Instagram first. Oh, they're falling out. They're like these old calligraphy pens.
Oh, that's cool.
Here's what they look like. There's
Okay.
like
Yeah,
I
those
got
are
like
actually really expensive.
yeah. So I looked up a couple comps on them, and they there's little bit here and there. I don't really know like a price point for them,
Do they
but
already
I
have
know they're
ink in them?
valuable. And I bought like 60 of them. I got all kinds
Oh,
of.
wow.
But the
Do they
problem is
have,
they're all like different strokes, different this,
right.
different diameters, different all kinds of weird different things. And so I know it's going to be kind of a long process to try to figure out exactly what each one is because some of them are like a quarter inch, some are 5/8, some are half. So I'm gonna have to go down and just figure out what each one is. Maybe try to sell them all together as one big lot. I don't know. So that is on my radar for this week to figure out what these are and get them listed. So
Do
that's
they
one
have
thing.
ink in them, or are they ones that you add ink? Like
No, there's no ink. It's just the pen.
Okay. Yeah, you might do better doing those in groups, just because people that are into calligraphy and stuff like that will be looking for several items. So
Yes.
can you do one listing with multiple items that they can choose from?
Yeah, that's the probably the route I was thinking about going, is just list them all together and then pick your size kind of thing, you know, because they're all different sizes and strokes and all kinds of things.
That would be awesome.
And then another thing I got a bunch of these Star Wars like makeup brushes.
Ooh.
I don't know if you can see that.
Fancy.
But what the cool thing is, like the red one lights up like a lightsaber.
That'd be good for Comic-Con. Too bad they don't. Are they doing virtual Comic-Cons or anything now?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it at all. And then I found a bunch of these at Walmart on clearance. They're like the Rugrats makeup sets.
Oh, cute.
And they got these like lip glosses. So these were all clearanced out. So I bought like all of them. So now I just got, I think I'm gonna list them together as a set, you know.
Show them to YouTube too. You only show.
I gotta show the YouTube fam. So it's like,
I like the little face on the.
Yeah, so it's, you know, like the blush and stuff, and then the lip gloss. I'm gonna try to sell it together and see how that goes. And then I came across a huge lot of like old Simpsons stuff. Like this is from like the late 80s. I got Bart and Lisa, and I got like this Bart ornament. I got like 6 or 7 different Simpsons things from like the late 80s, and I'm just gonna lot those together as well. But this is stuff it's just been sitting on my table waiting for me to get to. And this is the week, man. This is the week we're gonna get it done.
Yes, and Amber from Amberlicious suggested you reach out to Gillette Pens on your
Where's Gillette? Yeah, do you have a link for that?
We could probably Google it.
Is it like a person on Instagram, or is it just a company?
I'm not sure. Amber, is that a person or is it the company Gillette? I'm thinking it might be the company Gillette.
All right, I'll write it down. I appreciate it, Amberlicious.
Amber. All right, so that's what else you got? Got anything else?
Oh yeah, I found a bunch of, you know, I'm a huge hip hop fan. Mm-hmm. So I found a lot. It was like 6 of these Wu-Tang Clan t-shirts.
Oh, those will be good. Great.
They're all brand new, size large. I think I got 6 or 7 of them. They were all on clearance for $5 a piece, so I bought all of them.
Are you gonna do those just on eBay, or are you gonna put them on Grilled too?
Probably eBay.
Yeah.
You know, they're not like vintage or anything. They're like the newer green printed tags.
All right. That's a really cool graphic.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those. And then this thing I've had for probably 3 months and haven't listed it yet. Because I don't really know what to do. But it's from Ted, the Thunder Buddies.
Oh, that's so cute.
But it's like it's a man size.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you have to list that. Jason.
It's a man size onesie.
Yes. You have to list that.
It's huge.
There's this brand called I can't even remember the name now.
It's from Ted.
It's like a Norwegian brand that onesies. I sold the onesie for like $80.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple comps. It's like maybe $30 for it, but
hey, but it'll go fast. That's adorable.
I thought it was pretty cool. I was gonna model it actually. I was gonna do some pictures of me wearing it, you know.
You gotta hold
that would be
the teddy bear. Hold the teddy bear while you do the picture.
Yeah, and that would be my picture.
Does that have like a little button flap?
Does it have a what?
Like, the little flap in the back?
No flap in the back. No flap.
So no
It's full.
Coppertone pictures of you.
It's full zip though, so it's easy to get in and out of. I don't know.
That's awesome. I love that.
And then I also
Oh,
have a bunch of baseball stuff because baseball season is right around the corner. I talk about it on my YouTube channel. So I got to get a bunch of like gloves and bats listed as well. So that's my goal this week so far.
Awesome. So what's the main reason why something goes to your death pile and you just forget about it? Like what's the one thing that keeps you from listing stuff?
The biggest reason is like with the pens. It's like I know it's valuable, but it's something that's not in my niche or what I regularly sell. So I'll buy it because I know there's value in it, but I don't really know what it is yet. So I'll put it off to the side and try to tell myself when I got time, I'll do some research and try to figure it out. And that usually gets pushed to the side because I don't want to spend time researching and Googling and YouTubing things, trying to figure out what it is. I tend to just go for the things that I know what it is and list those faster. So that's what holds me up the most is when I have something that I know is cool, I know it's valuable, but I don't really know much about it. Mm-hmm. So that usually gets pushed to the side and just piles up in the corner. So that's what keeps me from listing those things.
Well, see, now you're going to dedicate this week to putting that in with your normal listings and figuring those things out. And, I just got a fortune cookie in one of the purses that I got last week. And it said, when you make habits, habits make you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, like, getting used to dedicating, like, if you normally list 50 things in a week, say, okay, I'm going to start listing 40, and then that gives me extra time to make repairs, do research on those things that are in the death pile so they don't keep growing.
Right. And the other thing is like my big thing is small progress is still progress. So even if you're only listing 5 things or 3 things a day, as long as you keep that beast fed a little bit, give it little snacks every day, feed the beast little snacks. I think you're okay. You're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing is don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Don't give up hope. And what I tell some people and what I've done now myself is if you can afford it and you're doing really well, try to hire people to do the things you don't like to do. So I have someone now that helps me with pictures, and I usually drop off clothes mostly to her because I don't like listing clothes too much. And she'll take pictures for me and send me the pictures, so that saves me a lot of time too. I'm all about I'll spend money if it gives me my time back. So
yeah, that's true. I think I'm too much of a control freak.
Say what?
I think I'm too much of a control freak because people, like the one girl that I work with, she lives down the street. She's like, we need to hire somebody to just take pictures. I'm like, no, I just want to do my.
Yeah, well, I got lucky because the person I found, she actually lists. She already has her own eBay store, so she kind of knows the gist of the things that I'm looking for.
Okay.
And she was just looking to make a little side income, so I picked her up.
And do you pay like by the hour or by the item?
Just by the listing. So
by the item.
Yeah, I'll pay her. Well, she'll do the pictures and then she'll create part of the listing for me too.
Okay.
So, and then she'll save it as a draft. So all I got to do is go in there. It's kind of like a virtual assistant.
Yeah.
And I'll just go in there and make the last adjustments. And then if it's something that I don't like I don't like the picture, I don't like whatever, then I'll save it in the draft and I'll tell her to fix it and she'll fix it. But it's saved me a lot of time because I got really behind. I took like almost a whole month of December off because I had a lot of family a lot of things going on. And it put me like, when you take a month off from reselling, it puts you like 2-3 months behind. If you haven't noticed that, so she's getting me all caught up. Once I'm caught up, then I probably won't need her anymore. Then I'll be able to last after that.
Well, hopefully she's not listening because then she'll take her time. She'll slow
down. She might be listening. If you're listening, what's up? But yeah, she's been great so far. So I got lucky.
Now, you're retired Army, correct?
Yes.
And are you a teacher now? For some reason, I was thinking you were a teacher.
Yeah, I teach part-time at a culinary in the culinary program at my local university. So
Excellent. Do
yeah.
you also like work with ROTC or anything?
No, I just I help out, the regular Army culinary team that's here in Clarksville at Fort Campbell. And then
Excellent.
yeah, and then I'm about to start. I got a new job coming up. I'm gonna be a supervisor at this coffee shop. I want a little another part-time gig. This will give me like my fifth stream of income. So I'm all about streams of income. That's what I'm all
Oh
about.
yeah. That's like our girl Leslie. I think she says she has 11 streams of income.
Well, Leslie has. I don't know how she finds time to do anything. That's what I want to know. Because when I talked to her, I was on her show, man.
Yep.
She's someone to look up to for sure. With all the things she's got going on, oh man,
Yep.
makes me feel like I'm lazy when I see what she's got going on.
Exactly. It's like the old Saturday Night Live thing where it's like they were calling the guy lazy because he only has 10 jobs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're lazy. You only have 10 jobs. So yeah, I mean that's really important. And do you have kids that you're bringing into these arenas like Leslie does?
Well, yeah, my oldest daughter, she sells online a little bit. Not too much any of my other kids right now. They know the biggest thing is I taught it to them. They know it's a possibility. My youngest daughter dabbled in it for a little while, but then she got another job and that's taken up most of her time. But
Yeah.
I keep telling them, man, just multiple streams of income is the way to go,
Exactly. And
because
building
if
that
something happens, you get laid off or fired or quit or whatever, you gotta be able to lean on something for a little while just to get you back into a different career field or whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah, and I mean we've definitely learned that this year with COVID and people getting shut down. I mean, for me, I was kind of happy about COVID because now, because I'm disabled, I'm homebound, disabled that, and people are always like, "Oh, it must be nice to stay home all day." It's like, no, it really isn't. Now everybody knows how it isn't fun.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun. Like I love my time. Don't get me wrong. I love time to myself. I love time with the family. But at the same time, if I sit around too long, like when I used to go on leave when I was in the military, the first week was great, but after that, it's like, okay, I gotta get back to work. I gotta do something.
Exactly.
I just feel like I have a lot more to give. I'm still young enough to have another career, so I'm gonna try to find something that I'm interested in and just take that and run with it. I'm always going to be a reseller, though. I've always been into this thrift game my whole life. That's never going to change. It's just what I want to do with the other part of my day, the other part of my time. That's what I'm trying to figure out next, what I want to do next,
Are you thinking about branching out to any other platforms for selling? Like maybe even doing because you do a lot of really great YouTube, like doing where sometimes on Instagram or YouTube people do sales.
Well, I appreciate that. My YouTube channel is not what I would call successful. I've been doing it for a year. It doesn't get a lot of views. I don't have a lot of, I have by 168 subscribers, but the subscribers I do have are really great. I communicate with them a lot. We talk a lot through Instagram. So I have like a little small community. It's kind of like the Joker and Batman. Our team is small, but we're expanding. But
yeah, I put the link in the whatever you call it, the menu, the description of this video on YouTube, and I'll add it for you guys on Instagram. Please go check out Miss Hot Digs on YouTube because you are very funny. I mean, that's the thing. Like when you're sitting there doing hauls and stuff, we're all kind of like, oh, and this is a great shirt. You're just hilarious. I mean, you come up with like some of the funniest things. And I think, and like, even though I'm not a hard goods person, you're making me think like if I'm in a thrift store, I'll be like, oh yeah, I saw this thing sitting on the counter. Miss Hall said something about that, and then I'll try and look back on your video and see like if it was good or not. So, I think everybody doing videos we can learn so much from each other, and I really love your channel. I think you keep it interesting, you keep it fun, you have a great banter. So all of us that like to have YouTube playing in the background while we're steaming and all that, Mess Hall is definitely a good one for that because he's
Hey, I
perfect.
appreciate it. You know, I did a video on my Instagram with my daughter. My daughter was here through the weekend, and she's now off to Alaska. She's in the Air Force.
Awesome.
And so I was like, hey, you want to do a promo with me, you know, for Mess Hall Digs, the YouTube channel? And she's like, sure, I would love to. So like I turned the camera on and she's like, well, what do we say? I said, I don't never know what I'm gonna say. I just whatever I feel like talking about, it just I don't have a script. Like I jot down a couple ideas of what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And of course I gotta find the pictures of the things that I'm talking about that sold. I gotta remember to put those pictures in at certain points.
Yeah.
But for the most part, 90% of my videos are just how I feel, freestyling off the top of my head. Because I always think, you know, and I've had people tell me in the past, like, hey, you know, you're too over the top sometimes. You're just calming it up. You gotta be yourself. I said, this is myself. If you
Right.
saw my whole thing, like I don't have a plan. I just go with what I feel.
Yeah.
And maybe that hurts me a lot. I don't have like catchy clickbait type titles. I just type a title into what I feel like would be fun or whatever. And
And
then
I really don't agree because I saw your video about that, and I also had some people telling me to adjust things because I live in constant pain. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to be like, hey, on every video, even though, I do try and be happy for most of them. But there's some days that it's just like, okay, I got to get through this so I can help you guys. And when you have people critique those types of things, it does kind of get to your heart a little bit. But for every person that's saying you need to be different, there's 10 of us that want you to be you.
right.
And that's what we're there for, is you as you. And that's the same thing for everybody else out there, because I had one of my meltdown moments. I'm like, okay, I'm doing a video just like you did. People are telling me I need to be happier. Well, I'm not fucking happy today.
I got you.
I'm not
Yeah.
monetized, so I can cuss.
I think the biggest thing that I realized was if I ever ran into somebody like at a thrift store, at out thrifting at a garage sale, and they recognize me somehow, I want them to be like, "Oh yeah, that's how he really is in real life."
Yeah.
That's what's important. You're gonna know if you see me, we talk, we hang out, we go get a beer, we get a burger together.
Yep.
You're gonna be like, okay, the guy in his videos, that's really who he is, and that's
Exactly.
what's most important. That's more important than trying to put on a persona or a face that people are gonna think that you're really like that, and then when they meet you, they're like, oh, okay, oh, that's just a show.
Yeah.
It's a
Exactly.
front. He's put on his front that he's just this crazy dude, and in real life, he's a dud. Like that's. And I don't really I'm like you. I don't give a shit what people say. I really don't. I've had people say negative things. And all I care about is like the 4 or 5 really strong supporters that have been with me from the beginning, that I communicate with all the time on Instagram. And I've been helping them with their store, helping them find new things. And they show appreciation and love to me. And that's what I do it for. But most importantly, you got to do it for yourself first. You got to do it because it's another way of expression. We all want to express ourselves in different ways. We want to track our progress. We want to find that outlet to just, it helps me feel good when I do a video. It's an outlet. It's like an expression, artistic type thing.
Yeah.
And then I just move on to the next thing. If no one watches it, I'm cool with that because I got it out of my system. It's kind of weird like that. I like to do things to just get it out, record it. Now it's in the analog, it's in file. I go back and watch it and watch my progress and be like, man, those first 10 videos I made were trash, dude. Like, what was I doing? And then just go from there. Just try to get better each week. That's all I do.
And even like the getting better thing, because I noticed, I was just watching Prison to Profit earlier, and I saw like a couple of his videos when he first started, because I saw him off of Harry Tornado. Do you watch Harry Tornado?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got like the microphone set up now. He's got his little studio. And it's like, some people do want to go that path. I got my little fancy Pushtopia sign and my little sparkles, but I don't want to get to be the person that's editing and doing all that, because that's just not me. You're gonna get what happened, and that's how you're gonna get it, kind of thing. And you just have to be you, and your people will find you. And I think the more you keep, letting us find you and say, hey, you guys got to come check this guy out. He's so funny. He's so cool. And you're going to grow. You're going to see, because I think Quimby and Leslie have both said that you get to like that 200, and then all of a sudden it's like you're to your 1,000. So it's just, we're both at the same level. I think I have like 161. And,
Yeah.
if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, who cares? You're letting your own truth out.
Yeah, and I think that's what's important, because if you're doing it for yourself, then it doesn't really matter if people watch it or not, because you're doing it for you. And it's just, I don't know. Yeah, and of course, I mean, I'm not stupid. It would be awesome to get monetized and make add that stream of income, like that would be great. But if it never happens, then it wasn't meant to be, and I'll keep trucking. My kids love it. My kids love laughing at me, watching my videos and laughing. Everyone has a good time. So that's, if I, and this is the thing, a lot of people will say, if I can help one person, change one person, then it was all worth it. Well, I think a lot of people are full of shit when they say that, because what they really want to do is they want to get big and famous and make money off of it.
Right.
Help people along the way, cool. But if not, as long as I get famous and rich, I'm good. But in my case, like, there's one or two people that I know I'm helping, and that's what keeps me doing this. It keeps me going, because I know I am helping those one or two people.
Yeah.
And it would be great to help 100 people or 1,000 people. That would be great. But you have to stay grounded in why you initially started this thing. Is like, you started it to help people find something else when life is throwing them, some shit. Okay, I need some money fast. This is a way to do it. This is a way to get a side job, a side income, help pay off debts. This is a way to do it.
And it's not a big investment. It's not something that has barriers to entry, because, we're all fixing to get, well, maybe not all of us, but a lot of people, especially those that are hit hard right now with unemployment, are finally going to get the stimulus check. So that's $1,400. Take 10 of that and go to the bins, get 5 pounds of stuff, and then just start churning that money into the next thing, and you'll see that it'll grow, and $10 is what you spent, kind of thing.
Right. What I preach is like how I started. I started from my own closet, my kids' closet. That's where I started from. I started from zero, and then made all the money I made selling things that I don't wear anymore, and my son doesn't play with anymore. And then I took that money and started flipping it. I mean, so you really don't need any money.
Yeah, that's true. I started with an 8-foot rack of clothes out of my closet. So definitely. And then now I'm buying bales from Goodwill. So I'm like drowning in clothes, doing the backstroke for them. But
yeah, it gets very, it could get really big, really fast. It could get overwhelming if you're not pacing yourself. You just got to find that perfect little spot that you can handle, like how much can I bring in? What can I handle in my house? Do I have to get a storage room? Like, all kinds of things have to kind of come into play, because if you're not careful, you'll outgrow yourself really fast if you just catch that bug and you're just buying every day. Because I've done it. I've gone to the thrift store every single day and spent hundreds of dollars every single day that whole week. And then I look back on a Saturday and I'm like, oh man, what did I do? Like, now now I got to list everything. It's going to take me forever to list it all.
Yeah, I know. I have my seventh 200-pound bulk box from ThreadUp coming tomorrow.
Yeah. So
So, but like, what kind of inventory do you run? Like, do you have kind of a limit? Have you gone through that stretching and constricting phase of kind of figuring out what your healthy number is?
yeah. So I think from my calculations, and this is mess hall math, but I think I could probably store 1,500 listings in my house. Anything beyond that, and then I'm gonna have to start like putting stuff in my son's drawers in his room or something. I don't know. I have to find somewhere else to put it. But 1,500 listings I can store easily out of my way. I ain't got to look at it every day in my garage. And I mean, I'm not even close to that yet, but that's cool.
Okay.
I sell faster than I list, so I have a pretty good run through rate. But my goal has always been to get to 1,000 listings before the summer this year. And like I said, I'm on track to get there now that I've hired someone to help me take pictures. But once I get to that 1,000 mark, I might start looking into other things like Amazon. And I mean, I sell on Poshmark and Mercari already.
Okay, I didn't know if you were on there.
But eBay is like my main 90% of my sales come from eBay. I'll sell things here and there on Poshmark and Mercari, and that's only because I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. I put all my focus really on eBay right now. So and I don't cross list either. I have a different weird jacked up thing that I'll find something and I'll be like, that's Mercari worthy or that's
Okay, so you use
Poshmark worthy.
UFS things in specific platforms.
Yeah, all my really good stuff goes on eBay. And then like if I always give Old Navy a hard time. I make fun of them all the time. But if I have an Old Navy t-shirt, that's going on Mercari.
Okay, so that's good. I just
whatever. So all my A+ items are on eBay. Everything, all the leftovers that I don't really care about, like I got it in a bulk deal or a ThreadUp box or something. I'll put on Poshmark or Mercari.
Yeah. Do you sell back to ThreadUp?
No, I haven't done that. I do a lot of Facebook Marketplace though for the bigger items that I'm too lazy to ship. Like if it's golf bags or like I'll find like these huge doll houses sometimes when I'm at antique stores.
Wow.
Like if I get a real good deal on like a big doll house, I'll put that on Facebook Marketplace. I don't want to ship it. I don't want to break it.
Yeah. And those
So
money.
it's item dependent pretty much for me. And I sell mostly clothes and shoes and toys. Those are like my top 3 categories.
Are you getting plush? Like, are you doing the Goodwill Blue Box plush?
No, because the thing is I got a Goodwill like 4 minutes from my house. So it's too easy just to drive over there real quick. Yeah. And then there's another one down the street from there, and I have a Goodwill bins 30 minutes away. So I haven't really thought about ordering from Goodwill because I have so many within my 30-mile radius of where I live. I'd rather go to the bins and just build my own pallet, and then move out with that.
Yeah, my bins it's 130 miles just to mainland, and then it's like 60 miles to West Palm, which is the one I prefer. But I only just recently started being able to get in the shoe section because I'm kind of afraid because of my back issues. Because these women are crazy. They I don't know of anybody's bins that they do this. They will literally be pushing the bin around the room as they're fighting in there. And I got my little walker, just like. Yeah. But yeah, I finally started going in there. But most of my shoes and stuff I've gotten off of Shop Goodwill. I use the dollar auction find, so I like find them after nobody's bought them and it's gone through, and then it's like buy it now for $1. And then it's usually South Florida, and they have like a $5 handling fee. So like I have Jimmy Choo's that I got for $1 plus the $5 handling fee and stuff like that. That I don't know if people just missed it. Sometimes it's misspelled, and that's where you can get the really good high end stuff. If they misspelled
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Shop Goodwill.
But see, that's good that you're putting that out there, because a lot of people, that's one of their number one complaints is there's no thrift stores by me. There's no Goodwills by
Right.
me. There's no way to source where I'm at.
Yeah.
Well, what you just said solves that issue. Just order it and let them bring it to you. And
Yep.
then you can just
Exactly.
go do it that way. I mean, there's always a way. Online arbitrage, there's online auctions. I do online auctions a lot. Just try to, you can't let that first door stop you. You just got to keep knocking
Exactly.
on all the doors and figure it out. It's not nothing's ever easy, and I've learned that early on. I understand when I get into something, I have it in my mind. I'm not going to catch a break. I'm not going to get lucky. I'm not going to have someone help me with this. I'm going to have to figure it out, work hard as I possibly can, and then make it happen. And I have that mindset with everything. And if I catch that break or I find someone there, then hey, that's awesome. But I never expect that. I never expect to get lucky or catch a break. Like I knew YouTube was going to be a grind. I said, I'm probably going to do videos for 5 years before anybody knows who I am. I already knew that going in. Some people get lucky. They do YouTube for 3 months. They're monetized. They got 100,000 subscribers. Like some people get lucky, but
Yeah, but I think honestly, some of the ones that are fast flippers, a lot of these people are buying their followers, or they're using like the formula to get followers that aren't really invested in them as a community. And I think in some ways, I think the slow grow is a little better because you are building those connections and those relationships as you grow.
right. Like Leslie told me, and why I really respect her is everything she's done is organic. She built everything organically. And that's the same road I want to go on. I want to build everything organically. And that's how it is with everything, even with eBay or being a reseller. You have the best way to learn is just to go through the struggles, man, and to take the lumps, make the mistakes, take the wrong turns, get into the wrong things, buy the wrong products. I've done all those things. And that's how you learn and grow and become better. And then you become a better mentor for somebody else because you've been down that hard road. You know what it takes now.
Yeah.
And that's important to me, because when people are struggling or having a hard time, I've been there. I know how that is. And I can tell you what I did to try to get out of it. And, so I don't mind it. I don't mind the hard way. It's all good.
Do you like use any kind of planner, or like do you have a notebook, or
Well, I have,
apparently
I don't
my
know if you
shirt's
can
new.
see, you can probably hear, I'm going to turn my camera. You can see I got these lockers.
Oh
So
yeah, I've seen those
on this
before on
side
your
of my
videos.
on this side of my locker, I have a dry erase. I can dry erase marker on it, like you used to do at school. And so I have like a to-do list written down the side. And each day I just go down. And the funny thing is, like, yeah, I got a to-do list, and there's things that you hope to get to, but you're not always going to get to it. You just got to have some sort of plan. I don't have a certain time I wake up or a certain time I do things. I always ship in the morning for sure because, Chris at Daily Refinement. You've heard of
No.
Chris? Well, Chris, he's Daily Refinement. He's really good. He's a really good channel too. But he always says, you want to start the day with a win.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I start my day, with a win. Is I ship out everything that's sold. That's a win because I'm shipping out these sales. So that's starting the day with a win. So I've always done that. I've always packed and shipped in the morning, and then just go from there. Try to get to what I can get to, and just as long as I have some sort. It's kind of the same way I do my YouTube videos. Have some kind of a plan, but don't really know how it's gonna go until I push record.
Yeah. Do you do any like this is like the second week that I'm trying to do the hauls for Money Mountain. And I was kind of afraid to try and start something where it's like scheduled like Saturday I'm gonna do it, and then Saturday we do the wrap up, like did you succeed? So hopefully you'll be back Saturday to tell us how you did. And then Sunday doing the video for okay, what's coming up. And it kind of scares me because of my disability. I could be down and have to cancel and that, but like Leslie also says, do what scares you so you'll keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, I think as long as you have good intentions and you know me, I always talk about on Instagram living outside your comfort zone. I've always lived outside my comfort zone my whole life. You know, if it felt uncomfortable, I made sure I made myself do it. And that's one way to help you succeed is try to give yourself like accountability, and then maybe even like right now, you and I have this accountability now. I showed you all the things that I want to get listed.
Yeah.
So now I know I told you and whoever's watching that I have to get this done. So now I have to be accountable for it, right? So
And
that
then
helps.
Saturday you got to come back and tell us you did it.
And I'm gonna be like, well, crap, I gotta get this stuff done because I don't want to be sitting here Saturday like I didn't get nothing done. I'm full of shit. I was just, yeah, I don't want to be that either, So now I got to make sure I get all the things listed that I showed, and then.
Well, I'll like let you off the hook because my very first week, the girl that I used to work with, that had her own closet, she decided to quit and gave me all of her stuff.
Ooh,
And
man.
so instead of having some things that I was going to do, like cleaning up, because we talked too about maybe doing army, how to spit shine and get your boots and stuff in order. Instead of doing that, I've been adding her 730 things into my closet.
Oh man, that's a lot.
Yeah. But thank
Yeah,
God
the
for
problem is the problem with the boot thing is like I haven't found an old pair of army boots in forever. I find a lot of the tan desert, suede ones, but not the
Well, no,
black.
I'm talking about just for rather regular. Like I got a pair of fry boots in this last thread up box, but they just got some scuffing on the toe. So I'm just gonna strip them down with a little saddle soap and then bring them back up with some colored shoe cream to kind of give it that tint because it's not bad enough that you need to do the leather paint,
Mhm.
but just like bringing it up. And I mean, I got a pair of new work shoes too. That
So you don't use Kiwi at all?
yeah, I do use Kiwi, but that's like basic regular. Like the pair of work shoes that I just got, I would strip those with saddle soap and then bring them up with Kiwi. But there's some stuff that you want to, like I just got these guys too, the
Oh
original
yeah,
squats. So
yep.
these, I don't
Because
think
what
these
I
are real
use,
leather though.
I used to use Kiwi, so I got a can of Kiwi right here.
Yep. I
And then
got
I'll tell everybody a little trick. So it gets all clumpy in the can. Sometimes if it gets dried out, and then what I do, I light it on fire and melt it down.
don't do it.
Yeah,
That's actually melting your wax. So that's the way we did it back in the
that's
80s.
the old school
That's the
80s,
very old
90s
school.
army
That's the way we
way.
did it in the 80s. Then I
And
became
it goes on like butter.
yeah. Now I've learned the new way, the better way to get it in instead of fire burning to where you're actually burning some of your wax off. Use a little bit of um, isopropyl alcohol in your water. You always put your water in your cap, right? Just put a couple drops of isopropyl alcohol in there. And when you're doing your diaper, you wet it first. So, like your first rounds, you're going to have this really wet, and that alcohol is going to help pick up your wax and it's going to moisten it more. And then you're rubbing on, you build up your layers. And like I'm trying to show people, it's going to look like crap when you first put that wax on there. You got to let it dry. And then you go back and you start buffing it out and you use less water and less um, of the kiwi to keep building those layers up. But yeah, use alcohol, a little bit of alcohol in your water.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
real
if I
good.
ever, I don't really source too many leather goods. Most of my shoes are like running shoes or basketball shoes.
Okay.
But yeah, it takes you back, man. I remember sitting in the hallways in the barracks when I lived in the barracks, just shining boots all night
Yeah.
because you had to show up in the morning with that gleaming, can see your reflection in your boot, and that's how we used to do it. We used to burn it and then
Yeah. That's why the
use
way
our like saddle brush and then use a cloth, and it was a lot. It was intense, man.
well, I was stationed. My first duty station was Fort McPherson in Atlanta, which is now I forgot his name, Tyler Perry Studios now. But that was First Army, Second Army, and Third Army headquarters. So we had more senior officers than we had enlisted. So I mean, this was all day, just wave and salute, wave the car in and salute, and we just basically leather lusted all our stuff because we had to be like glowing shiny. So everybody was mop and glow there.
Oh, mop and glow, man. That thing
Mop
was
and
good.
glow on your leather lust boots.
Well, see what we did because we were cooks. We worked in a dining facility, so we would have our inspection boots and then we'd have our work boots.
Yeah.
So when we showed up at inspection, we'd have our nice ones, or if we had to go see the first sergeant or sergeant major or commander, we would put our nice boots on. But we're in the kitchen with grease and grits flying everywhere.
Yeah,
You didn't
you don't
want,
want
you
the
had,
night boots.
yeah, you had to put your work boots on for that. So that's how we got away with it.
Yeah. After I left Georgia, I went to Germany, and I mean, I was like, we were in the field a lot. You know, we didn't mess with our boots that much. And my old commander from Georgia came into my unit and wanted directions to where he was going. And I worked in the colonel's office, and so I get assigned to take this person who hated me horribly over to his unit. And he's like looking at my boots. He's like, kind of let your boots go there. I was like, yeah, we're in the real army now.
Yes.
Welcome to the real army.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember those days. It was, and now, you don't even have to starch your uniforms anymore.
It'll damage the Navy ones if you put starch on them and it gets wet. It actually, or maybe it's a rumor just to keep people from starching them. But they said don't starch the new ones because they'll like dissolve or something crazy.
Yeah, but it's kinder, gentler army now.
Dude, we used to have like a sink in the bathroom that was always the starch sink. So you like had your big old things of Stay Flow starch, fill up the thing with water, and then you just soak them and then let them dry. And then they're like their own little thing, and then you just iron them out. And then standing up on their own.
It's like cardboard, like putting on a cardboard shirt.
Exactly.
That's what it was like. Yeah.
Exactly. And you like do your pants. Like, did you like tape your pants before you put them in your boots? And then put them on?
No, we had. I cheated. I used boot blousers.
Yeah, see, we need to be like really straight.
Right.
So we would like you leave your pants off and pull it tight on either side and then tape it, and then you pull your pants on, and it's like skinny jeans.
Yeah, skinny jeans. Yep.
Well, I appreciate so much you coming. Do you have anything else you want to share with us? Any parting words of wisdom before you
no, I just what I like people to know is the reseller community is really cool, man. It's when you get out of the military, you lose your military family, and a lot of people go their separate ways or retire or move back home, whatever. I like this community. Reminds me a lot of the military community because we all help each other. We're all wanting each other to be successful. We share our little toolboxes and tools of the trade with each other. And I want people to feel like It's not like a secret society. You can reach out to us anytime. All you gotta do is find me. If you find me, I'm gonna help you. I'm sure you feel the same way. If I have a question, or I'm scared to start something, or I need some motivation, or I need to laugh, or I need to help, whatever it is, just reach out. Find somebody that's doing what you're doing and reach out to them. If they ignore you, find the next one in line, then find the next one, then find the next one. But don't ever quit, because you're going to find somebody that is willing to take the time to help get you to where you want to be. And that's what's so great about the internet and Instagram and being a reseller. It's we're all accessible. You can reach out to any of us and we'll be there to help you. And that's what people need to know.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on last minute, kind of. Well, I asked you last minute last week, so.
No, it's cool. I'm glad you asked me on. I'm always down to do anything to help people out, to talk to you, to hang out. It's all good.
And so we will see you Saturday. I'll talk to you about what time we'll probably do. Just let me know which your best time is, and then we'll let everybody else know when we'll be here. And
okay.
And Amber said that it's an online pen shop for Goulet.
Online pen shop.
Yeah, GOULET pens.
Okay, I got it.
Check them out. So see, that's another thing. Somebody just sitting in the chat room.
See, there you go. You throw something out there into the universe and you find answers, baby. It's that easy.
Exactly. Thank you guys to everybody who's come to watch. Please go and check out Mess Hall Digs on YouTube and subscribe. Sign up under another person and subscribe too. And follow him on Instagram, and that's mess_hall_shop. And that information is in the description for YouTube, and I will be adding it to the stream for Instagram TV. Oh, that's another thing. Are you going to do Instagram TV?
For when?
Is that part of your plan? Because a lot of people are getting into Instagram TV too, because it's not monetized yet.
Right.
But building the following now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my progress. I'm kind of slow when it comes to technology, right? So I'm just now figuring out how to edit things and do better YouTube videos. I did my first Instagram reel the other day. I was trying to figure out how to make that work. I do a lot of practice things on TikTok just to try to figure out TikTok. But now it's Instagram TVs and other. I got baby steps, man. I'm old school. I got to take baby steps.
We're doing both of them right now. We're doing.
Yeah, I'm blown away that I'm even looking. I'm looking at myself on two screens. I don't even know what the heck's going on right now. It's like the Matrix or something.
And if my computer hadn't messed up and I had to switch to my iPad, we would have been on Clubhouse too. But my computer decided to die, so I only had two things. So that's another one. Sometimes, when you're doing your videos, throw Clubhouse on and start a chat, and then that way you can run Clubhouse while you're doing your video for YouTube.
Yeah, I got you. It's gonna happen eventually.
We're gonna get you going. I appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. Go check out Mess Hall. Jason, Sarge, thank you for your service to us.
Thank you.
Retirement is a lot of years, so appreciate you. Thank you, and bye, everybody. Now I got to turn off two things.
All right, see ya.
Bye. And we're out on Instagram, and now we're going to be out here. Bye, everybody.